liberty, and justice for all.
So, good evening, everybody. My name is Jim Morgan. I'm the chairman of the planning board. We'll do a roll call. We have Larry Waltz, across from me, Aaron McKeon, Melissa Prudy, our minutes taker and assistant extraordinaire, and Kim Berghammer, who's our liaison to the select board. All right, let's get started. Additions to agenda. Donnie Goodwin, come on up. What do you got?
I've got some Matt. Anybody want to see Matt?
Yep.
I only got three. Sorry. It's a separate lot from there's three lots here that I still own, and this one's about 35 acres, and I'd like to do 7 lots. I don't know what the criteria is that I have to do.
35% back here?
No, so it's 34.5. I've got, this is on my land. I've got 366 total.
Okay.
And just,
So you want to go this way?
no, right here.
Oh, this is the proposed.
That's the proposal.
Got it. Okay. I thought that was existing.
Can you do that up for me?
3.8, 4.3, 4.3. This is fine. Ash Street is a class what? 5?
Class 5.
Thank you.
Mr. Goodwin, I don't see any frontage on this map. I'm not able to read it because.
Yeah, I don't know, it's too small. I don't know, there's plenty of front, I don't know what the frontage is.
1,690 feet on the back end. 1,874.
It says 1,885 feet along Ash Street, but I don't see the frontage on.
For per lot. Yeah, for the lots, right?
Yeah, I don't see it.
I mean, I could give you a different layout, more exact.
Well, no, so your question isn't, I mean, if you're coming in for, this is not preliminary, this is a question.
This is just a,
Conceptual.
Conceptual.
yeah,
So
just for you guys to
the
look at.
questions would be, you know, does the
Tell me.
planning board have any issues with this?
Exactly.
And, you know, the standard procedure is, it's along the class 5 road, you need to have the road frontage for the driveways. You have the acreage, you have the zoning covered on the acreage, so there isn't much more to the frontage.
Please. Yeah.
Clayton, what do you have for frontages on this lot? What do you have for frontages on these?
Each over 200.
Yeah.
Any lot under 5 acres, that's not that high.
Yeah.
And this is in current use now, right?
It is.
Okay. So you know you gotta pull this out of current use to do that because you're less than 10 acres.
Not.
Right, once,
Until they
once
sell it.
I,
Once you
yeah.
sell it.
Yeah, until he sells them, and then depending on how they're sold.
Right. So the board see any issues with this conception? Any questions for Mr. Goodwin? Yeah.
Always gotta love bowling out lots.
I just figured I'd use up all the land, you know, going right back to the back line versus chopping up something small in the front. And then it would leave me with just a little skinny piece of nothing in the back.
It's better to have them used rather than try to put in flat lots and long driveways. And
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you got that wrong side.
is there any, do you know of any waterways through there? What's the topo like?
So it just kind of dips down off the road. It's not bad. It's pretty flat throughout. There's no swamps in there. There's no major brooks. There is no brook in there.
You done any test pits at all?
I have not, but I can.
Might be a good idea to test it, just to make sure the results are good.
You're gonna have to on these.
Yeah, no, I would probably do test pits on all 7.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just to have that info.
That'd be good for the board to see. Anything else? Larry? 6 more kids. There's 7 lots, not 6. You might go back and forth.
2 kids per family.
All right. Yeah, Brandon?
So what would you like to see next?
I'm
keep it?
keeping it.
You keep that?
Let's go, we'll see if it changes. Kim says she's keeping.
What would you like to see?
Well, Clayton knows the routine. He'll
Yeah,
give him a walk it.
He's too busy. So I'll be using Chris Patton.
Oh,
So we have a site plan review process, but they would bring that in preliminary and then fill that up in final, right?
yep. Yes, I mean, we'd like to see topo, we'd like to see where you're planning on putting the driveways, test pits,
Deed locations.
the other deeds, the surrounding areas of deeds, all of that, when you're bringing it in as a preliminary, everything that's, and Mr. Patton should know what needs to be on a preliminary plat.
He's been here before, I'm sure.
And so it's a major subdivision, so there's,
Correct.
there's fees associated with that.
Yeah.
For the application.
Well, no, then, there's notifying you about it.
Correct, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But Platinum, his guy should be aware of that.
We're gonna wanna see the pictures of the driveways on Cash Street, we're gonna be paving Cash Street.
Yeah, so.
Really?
Yeah, one of the things, one of the things that we want to make sure in any of these, and the reason Tim's asking for the topos, is we want to kind of try to start to restrict, straight down driveways that have their watershed flowing right onto our roads.
None of this will go, this is the opposite, these all go down.
So that's a
Pitch
good
away
thing.
from the,
Yeah.
you get no water from middle.
So that's a good thing to have, so that's why we asked for the topos.
Okay, yeah. No issues there. On Cash Street, no illuminators. Go north. On Cash Street.
The dirt part.
It's a dirt.
No.
Yeah.
This is Michael and Leslie Sampson.
And no relation, Theodore and
Yeah.
Jane Morgan.
And this is Theodore and Jane Morgan.
No relation.
I don't know if this helps
That's Mike
anybody in their
Sampson right
visual.
there.
Mike
That
Sampson
one,
right
yeah.
here.
And I don't know who the new people are on 447.
The flats.
John Flythe.
So you own this 642? That's the site.
Oh, okay.
It is a big jump.
When did you come back with
Clayton called me the other day and said he's ready for me. I was on a waiting list for him to get going, so.
So a couple of new procedures as far as, requesting to be on the agenda, we just don't show up anything actually.
Oh, he actually reached out to me.
Okay, so same thing on the internet.
Sure.
You want to put it in the folder for us to
Absolutely.
see, and then you want to vote.
Yep.
Because we want to make sure that the colors are right.
No, I realize it. I just wanted to see what you guys thought of it, pros and cons, which we
Don't have anything. Other than that needs to be done.
Okay.
Anything else, Kim?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
All set, thank you.
All right. Approval of the minutes of August the 7th, entertain a motion.
I second it, although I did make one minor edit. Sorry. I second the approval of the minutes with the minor correction.
I nominated.
Motion by Larry, seconded by Kim, with the exception of changing times to towns. All those in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are passed. Okay, old business. Aaron, turn this over to you.
Alright, so the next order of business is the final approval of the Morgan Revocable Trust subdivision. And we'll be entering a public hearing, so I'll entertain any motions to enter a public hearing.
I make a motion that we open up the public hearing for the Morgan Revocable Trust subdivision.
Our second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Mr. Flanagan?
Yeah, I'm Clayton Platt, I'm land surveyor for Morgan Trust. Sure, the total plan is the same thing as last month. We have a number of boundary plans.
So I just want to give the board an update regarding access. So we had requested at the preliminary review of this, that we were going to have a curb cut on Ginny Road in order to facilitate construction of the first lot expeditiously over waiting for the state to come on and get a driveway plan. And originally, it's identified as a Class 6 road in the town of Croydon on every map that we have. So, originally we were going to do that, and then it was discussed at the meeting, and the board's desire was to not have curb cuts on Class 6 roads when Class 5s are accessible. And I think that makes a perfect sense of what the board is attempting to go for. So the driveway permit was put into the town, and that was the intent of the board when we put that back in, but when the driveway permit was issued, it was not issued, and the temporary box was not checked. So as a housekeeping thing, we reach out to the road agent and have him check that as a temporary access. And then we're also going to add a completion date where we're going to be completely off that road, which is December 31st, 2024. Okay?
It was issued as a temporary access pending.
It doesn't say it, no.
Oh, sorry, but
Yeah.
it was, I was there.
Okay, so that's good, but that's not, we need to have that written on.
Documented
Correct,
on
so we need to have it documented
driveway permit.
on the plan, exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Okay, now I want to go back to the fourth quarter meeting where you were talking about being limited by the number of driveways.
No, not on this road, not on the state.
Not anywhere.
No, it's an unlimited access, no, okay, state highway, so it's not. All right, thank you, go ahead.
We did have the overview map and the discussion. That's kind of, it shows the whole property and the butters, things like that.
You got all the butters.
Yep,
It's how it was.
the only thing that's changed is Lincoln had illustrated Water Road, which is the access road that we need to put in, and that's been removed. This is not the access.
The whole car there. One of the letters.
Right along the side.
At least I got that thing back.
But you at least you got that.
I got the secretary. Yeah. Must have got them all. Is it lane slopes back to the road down to the.
Constitutes the back line of your property.
Where are you?
I'm just curious, because your property goes further back.
Yeah, this is all my bad.
It's the Jimmy
You
Road.
see that?
The Jimmy Road is
Look
pretty
at
much the
my-
Jimmy
line.
Road loops all the way around.
It's 166 acres.
Oh, okay, there.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, so you got all this stuff on it.
Right.
Okay. You don't choose to do the 350-foot driveway and then get 2 lots out of one.
Not right now. Okay.
No, but once this is subdivided and sold, then there you go.
I have access with another 100 acres going down.
No, I'm saying these lots.
Yeah. Correct. Well, there's a nice buffer in here, Larry. This whole thing is wet down in here.
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing you can do down here anyway. You don't get driving until you get up over here. Okay.
More questions? Me?
Well, that's it, Vice Chairman.
I don't know.
No.
Members of the public?
Yeah, questions from the public?
Yes, my name is Brian Wilder. I'm the attorney for the Mountain Forest Association. And generally speaking, my client does object to this subdivision, but we do have a couple of concerns or issues that we'd like to raise to the board with the potential of having this plan perhaps accommodate those concerns. The first thing is you'll notice on the plan that the Jimmy Road is referenced as a Class 6 road, and my client disputes that. And we are in the process right now of trying to resolve that issue with the town. I have submitted to the town a few days ago correspondence along with a few historical maps indicating my client's belief that Jimmy Road is not a Class 6 road. And so certainly until that issue gets resolved, we would ask that the Class 6 designation on this map not be there. My concern would be that this could set some sort of precedent if there's a vote by you all tonight with the ability of the public to have input and it passes or you approve this, then are we somehow establishing the existence of the Jimmy Road as a Class 6 road. So certainly to the extent that that designation can be removed, unless there's any evidence that the surveyor has indicating that this is conclusively a town road, whether it be Class 6 or Class 5, given the dispute that seems to be out there at this point between my client and the town, we would ask that that be stricken. Certainly, one alternative would be status 10, rather than Class 6, to simply put status 10.
Excuse me, Attorney Wilder, but a similar plan has already been recorded many years ago stating Jimmy Road is a Class 6 road.
Are you talking about the 2008 plan?
The Remillard
Correct.
plan?
Correct, but the question is whether or not my client was provided notice of that, number one. My understanding is that might have been a boundary line issue.
I believe it was for a boundary line and the notes stated boundary line and to do the lot.
Correct.
To do the boundary of the lot itself, and it showed Jimmy Road as a Class 6 road.
With respect to, I think it was the Weber's property, correct?
Weber and the other abutters, Weber's and I think Blaze, the two people who were already here. Yes.
Blaze Carter and Weber.
Yeah.
And so the question though is whether or not that survey, certainly any survey can be recorded without notice to the public. This is notice to the public. Whereas if that other map was not noticed to the public or wasn't required to be noticed to the public, then certainly that doesn't have any precedential value, whereas this one potentially could.
We were notified that Blaze Carter and Weber that Jimmy Road would no longer be maintained by the city of Croydon. Suddenly you want to open it up. Utilities, environmental research, that all needs to be looked at. We currently don't even, well, we did as of today, have phone service, okay? So we can't even offer whoever wants to live on Jimmy Road or Croydon Turnpike 911 service. And as a physician, I can justify that.
Yeah, I can too.
Okay? We are opposed to reopening Jimmy Road. Who's going to provide the access?
Who's going to pay for it?
Who's going to pay for that access? And who's going to provide the utilities? We can't even get utilities now. The majority of us have generators on the turnpike because things go bad, so bad. Paul notified us that one of the biggest reasons that we have on turnpike is that we have copper wires. They did not want to serve copper wires for phone lines. So they had to go to Claremont to get copper wires to bring it back in. So essentially they're saying for the future, they want to put in another type of utility. Well, where are these funds going to come from? Croydon Turnpike is currently being, in my opinion, overused. Who's going to pay for the overusage and the upkeep of the traffic that's going on?
So Croydon Turnpike is a state maintained road.
That's right.
We have absolutely no say over driveway permits. That's a state DOT. If someone wants a driveway permit, they can get a driveway permit on Croydon Turnpike.
However, that's only due in winter or summer. In the winters, the city provides the plowing.
Yep.
And in the summer, the state takes care of.
State takes care of it.
So are they all in, have they been talked to, considered about all this?
So the other thing is, we didn't open Jimmy Road, we provided temporary access to allow for an access into the lot pending a driveway permit for these 3 lots.
I can't even get down Jimmy Road on my horse.
It's 50 feet. We're 50 feet.
And who's gonna fix it?
It's already been fixed. It's already been up. Drive by and look at it.
Did you have a permit to do that?
You don't need a permit to do that. On RSA 39:13B. Look, this subdivision has nothing to do with Jimmy Road.
Sorry.
I'm speaking as,
If you're gonna speak as an abutter, you need to go.
This plan has nothing to do with Jimmy Road. There's no access on Jimmy Road in the final plan. There's nothing to talk about on Jimmy Road. The only question about Jimmy Road is if the park is going to control Jimmy Road, then the park is going to pay taxes on Jimmy Road, because Class 6 road is, nobody pays taxes on that. So now the owner of the road is trying to say that they own the road, and they want to prevent the town from doing anything on the road. So now the town and the park are in a debate on who owns Jimmy Road. You can go back all the way to 1922, and there's maps that show that as a Class 6 road. So the Morgan Trust doesn't want anything to do with their land estate. So we are off of Jimmy Road as of December 31st. The town has granted us preliminary access. Whether or not that access was granted correctly or incorrectly, that is a dispute between Blue Mountain and the town of Croydon. Our only point of being here this evening is to approve our 3 lots. It has nothing to do with Jimmy Road. Okay?
Would you point out what 3 lots are we looking at? I couldn't see, I can't.
I know, this is the one.
These are the 3 lots.
I know.
And right up here, there's a temporary access. Right? And just the first 50 feet of this road was smoothed up, and that's it. And actually, it was just scraped from the ground.
And we're going further.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, it's not going in.
What about the other 3 lots?
They have nothing to do with Jimmy Road. They come on the main road.
Main road.
Yeah.
So that's.
So, and what happened with this is, because Jimmy Road was a Class 6 road, we just went to the town and asked for a driveway.
Much
Planning
like a
board-
Morgan Road.
Correct. The planning board
No,
made,
locked it up.
yeah, the planning board made the comment that because we're so close to a Class 5 road, that they don't want to get driveway, permanent driveway easements on Class 6 road. So we said, that's fine. We have no desire to do that. We just need to get going on some stuff. And we would like that permission to do that while we work through the issues that we have to work through.
Are these gonna?
However, what happened next is that Blue Mountain has decided that they control the road. And in further discussion and further investigation, most roads in New Hampshire are, when you have a common, one abutter on one side and one abutter on the other side, commonly, the road is going to the sidewalk. But in this special circumstance, and because of the deeds that were written and transferred by Hoskin Corbin, they wanted the park to own the entire road. So Clayton went out and resurveyed and saw that all of our pins go down this road. Now, when we found this out, we were contacted by the park, and we said, not a problem. We tried to work out through negotiation some ways of maintaining this access. The park made it very clear that they didn't want that access to be done. Okay? And we respect our others. We respect our friends that we're going to be next. So we want to be all the good neighbors. So this was eliminated. The rumor on the street that Jimmy Road was going to be developed or Jimmy Road was going to be accessed, that wasn't done by me, that was done by somebody else. And then I looked at Jimmy Road, and I said, oh, it's a Class 6, so we should be able to get a temporary driver. And that's what kind of erupted all of this. However, what is really, I think, important in the whole baseline of the thing is that it's got to be fair and equitable. So, if the park owns across the road, if the town ends up not having a designation that they can prove that it somehow is designated as a Class 6, or if the park can prove that somehow it is a private road and it was never designated as Class 6, the only thing that remains at that point in time is who's going to pay the taxes. Okay? Because as the largest residential taxpayer, we're all going to pay the fair. So that's my only question. My question is, who did this? Now, I spent money to put this access in. Okay? The town told me that I have the right to do that. My abutter tells me I do not. So whoever prevails in this, the other party is going to get it. And that's as far as I know on Jimmy Road that I'm allowed to talk about right now.
Who's the abutter?
So if I can add a few things, I think we want to be on the record, obviously, with all the.
Yes.
So I disagree with some of the information that Mr. Morgan is representing. Number one, if the park already owns the property, then they're already paying tax on it. So not like they're being taxed on it. Something of a simple argument. Number two, there seems to be, in conjunction with the driveway permit, there seems to be information that there was also a building permit that sort of springboard off of that driveway permit. And the reason that there may be a building permit is in order to get that building permit on a Class 6 road, there has to be a waiver, so that the landowner is taking the responsibility for that Class 6 road. And that exists in the file with respect to this piece of property. So although I don't have a copy of the building permit, I certainly do have a copy of the waiver to suggest that's part of the process for a building permit. What Mr. Morgan indicated with respect to the Jimmy Road seems to be a non-issue because, as he indicated, he's going to have access pursuant to this plan from the Croydon Turnpike. That certainly satisfies the neighbor, my client. My client obviously is concerned about access along the road that it believes that it owns. One of the other concerns, as I indicated, is the status of this Jimmy Road. If it's a non-issue, then it really doesn't need to be on this plan. That's why I've asked that the Class 6 designation either be deleted or somehow changed to reflect that that status is uncertain or disputed. The other concern that I have about this plan, and somebody may be able to explain it, is what this plan does not indicate, and I think should indicate for everybody, is there's remaining land that's not part of this subdivision. There is no indication where the road frontage is for this remaining land. Is this road frontage for this remaining land only on the Class 6 road? If the answer to that question is a yes, does it make it a non-conforming lot pursuant to the zoning ordinance? Now, maybe this land goes around and connects back to the Croydon Turnpike, and if it does, then that's fine. That certainly is nothing that I saw on the plan. So, very good.
This is the whole.
Very good. So that's not on the original plan, so I didn't see that. So obviously that clears that issue up.
That one driveway, you know, 6 hours after outside.
Yes.
It goes back. Is that given to the area back here?
That's not me.
That's like
That's your house here.
And then it goes right there. So that gives you access.
That gives me access to this entire land back there. I also have another access
And
point.
that's fine. So obviously this was not on the original plan. I'm not sure if it's on the Mylar or not.
Yeah, these are copies.
Okay, so it's on the Mylar.
That I can answer.
So the copy that certainly was sent to me, that wasn't there. So that issue is satisfactory.
Okay, but to summarize this, the remaining property in the back does have access, so that's a non-item. Okay. The driveway off the Class 6 road now is moved because he's going to get a permit off of the turnpike. So those two items are off.
So long as your approval is not based upon either the temporary or
It's not.
any type of permit.
So the only item outstanding is whether or not you refer to the June Road as a Class 6. And first of all, my understanding was JIMY, not JIM.
So,
I
whether it's AIMY or it's, so in one of the older deeds, it's called the Croydon Northville Turnpike. Hannah Corbin, when she sold this Russell lot to Mr. Parlin, she referred to it as the Croydon Northville Turnpike.
Okay. So your only concern really right now is the designation class.
Yes, sir.
And it's stated as that on every other map currently.
Can I speak to that? The Class 6, the park does not have standing to ask the planning board or myself to change the plan.
No,
When
it's
the
a
plan
select
is
board question.
correct. When the plan is created from all of the documents the town has. If the park ends up prevailing and that it becomes a private road, then the Class 6 designation must be removed from all the plans. Right? And that is the responsibility of the town to update all the plans and remove the Class 6 designation, when that is determined.
Now, is that the litigation now, or what's the status of the,
Road status would be a select board issue.
I understand that, but my question is, what is the status of your trying to get this as a private road?
So a letter was sent to the selectmen along with historical maps dating back to roughly 1905. Those maps, there were, I believe, 6 or 7 of them. They were created by the U.S. Geological Survey that show sort of the history of these various roads. And one of those maps doesn't even, like 2 or 3 of these recent maps don't even show the existence of this Jimmy Road on the map. They've been discontinued or certainly overlooked or whatever you want to do. Even some of the early maps that suggested, one of the early maps that suggested this whole road, including Central Station Road leading from Croydon Flats, is private in nature. There's issues of discontinuance for some of these roads. So certainly the selectmen will have to weigh in to determine what's going to happen, and to the extent that my client is satisfied with that, then the option for my client is a declaratory judgment action in Superior Court, so the Superior Court can determine the status.
All right, so we've established that this is not a concern for them.
All I'm doing is I want things on the record, so if any issue comes along, what you decide to do, you will decide to do. But certainly the concern from my client is that this is a plan that does not accurately represent what the status of something may be. And so it's up to you whether you leave that there or not, but I just simply want it on the record so that at some point down the road, if an issue comes up, this issue has not been waived, this issue has not been agreed upon, this issue has been presented to you, whatever you decide to do with it, you decide to do with it.
I think we can let the minutes reflect that when we make a decision.
Agreed.
I would like to ask a question, Mr. Platt. Mr. Platt, how many years have you been surveying in Croydon?
About 40 years.
Okay, and how many years have you been going up and down this area? And has that always been designated as a Class 6 road? I mean, you've been doing our tax maps for quite a few years
It's
too.
my understanding, yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So,
So I guess then you're satisfied if our minutes reflect the fact that you have concern.
I would prefer that you simply take that out, but obviously that's your decision. The alternative to that is that the minutes reflect it. So if something should come up, I can get your minutes and establish to a judge or to a court, listen, I raised this issue, the planning board didn't take up this issue, they already know it's
Because it's not our issue to take up.
And I think to an earlier point that was made, this isn't the only map that would have to be updated, so it's
No,
a bigger
it's not.
exercise regardless of,
all of our tax maps, several other plans, regardless of the public hearing or not, boundary line or not, have been recorded that this is a Class 6 road. So it is further reaching than just this meeting.
Okay, then I would support a motion, okay, that the minutes of this meeting reflect the fact that Blue Mountain
Forest Association.
filed their concern, and that this will be duly noted in the minutes.
A copy of which will be sent to Mr. Attorney Wilder, who will provide us with his information. I second it.
Okay,
Said
all in favor?
all those in favor?
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Are there any more comments or questions from the public?
Do you have any word?
No.
I think then we can
Then I'll
close
support a
the
motion that we,
We have to close the public session.
Okay,
Are there any other comments from the public?
I have some questions about the subdivision. I think you're in line. Buildings on them, homes or Airbnb.
Airbnb.
I'm sorry, what is your name for the meeting?
Sorry, it's Randy Lynn, Blaze, Hyphen Park, Beads and Board, Elgin, Mary, Trees and Apple, Myers, that's for Sam Hyphen Park, first name here. 277 North Lake Road.
That's it, thank you.
So would the board like me to answer that question? Sure. Okay. This would be a single-family home. This is my, being held at this moment for my granddaughter.
Mine's gonna be my name. Yeah.
I'm making sure that you have Charmin on the other side of this. There's 211 acre lots.
One's for my granddaughter, one's for my grandson.
Because my question is, has there been any state events regarding the aquifer, which is going to deplete it, so water?
What about environment? We have Perkins Brook that goes through our
Yep.
property. And currently, there's a migration of turtles.
And I told them that's always been that way.
There's no wetland up in here, there's no pond up in here. Yeah, I can't answer.
We have, Perkins Brook goes through, and we're concerned about stopping the migration of a species.
Oh, no, I don't think they're gonna stop them. They've been there for years.
If the water supply gets cut off from Perkins, that will destroy it. That's my
So unfortunately, at this time, Croydon doesn't have any type of a wetlands ordinance. There is nothing that says that we, can have any type of ordinance that controls prime wetlands or controls where anybody can put a home. We do have, and control over the fact that she's not allowed to go near the wetlands at 35 to 50 foot setback.
Right.
So that's what it's on.
So how does one go about creating ordinances within our town so that we're not overlooking about what we don't want?
So we're rewriting the master plan right now, last week was Thanksgiving. One of the things, the chapter that would be very important would be an environmental chapter, a wetlands chapter, where we would start saying that these things are important to the citizens of Croydon. And then we could build on that chapter to get prime wetlands ordinances.
Because right now, all we have to go all our town, and all these rooms, okay, across the streets, can be now, function halls. I just told it was, they're gonna be here,
This is what
Airbnbs.
is correct.
That's not when we moved here.
Mm.
And that's why we look at the town and go, what does the town want?
So, I think we're shooting for October, November. We will be sending out a survey to all the folks in town that ask questions like this to determine what their underlying interests are in the future of the town. So definitely, I would certainly fill out that survey. And any of these meetings, we're going to be talking about this at today's meeting. We'll be discussing those survey questions. We'll also.
When we moved here 24 years ago, we could count the numbers of cars going by our house. Yes, readable text, maybe 12. Well, we could count our real. Who's going to absorb all these costs? Who's going to absorb the costs of electricity, phones? We're having to balance the phone. So our elderly patients, okay, I'm speaking as a physician, have not been able to get a hold of these because we have no money. So how are we going to follow this influx? They say 1 trade for 3 hours. I say 3 hours is too much.
Yeah.
Second thing is, it's an incredible amount of pressure out what the state is putting on, incredible amount of pressure on housing.
I've heard.
So, you know, if somebody comes in, quite honestly, the way that someone is now, I guess you can take one of the couple of years off and put up low income housing, what they're doing, and
We don't have a infrastructure for it.
We don't have some.
so that's why the town plan has to be, the old town, 45 years old. There was no concerns about any of the things
No,
you're talking
because we
about.
were in the forest.
So nothing has been brought forward, so we're going to kind of bring forward, we're going to try and assess the concerns of the citizens through this questionnaire and meeting. And then concerns go to the various regulatory boards, whether it be select board, planning board, create ordinance. In the master plan, it's not an order, it's just the decision of that town where they would like to go. And then if you get enough people who want to go here, then whatever the governing committee is, would come up with some kind of ordinance.
And that document's going to be super important because right now there's nothing official that guides the decision-making process. So this will really be something that the select board, the planning board, and zoning board will refer back to. So I would highly encourage participation in the meetings where we're, discussing all this.
So what I hear you saying is there is a way to stop subdivisions and
There's all sorts of ways you can do that, but the master plan is, the purpose is to determine, is that what the town wants?
Sure.
And then, if so, we have a very, clear document that says, we told everybody, this is what they want, so we're gonna put in X, Y, Z ordinances to make sure that we control growth or whatever it's going on.
So it's up to the community to decide.
up to the community to pull together.
Because we have to look at everything. Jobs is gonna go up.
Everything is on the school
The
and.
school, we already can't support our school.
Well, the town has been trying for 40 years.
It's all up here.
But there's an, for years, people just rode on their way to West Lev.
Oh, yeah.
And Hitchcock and ignored it, okay? And all of a sudden, people said, hey, wait a minute, you got, let's build a lot down here. You can be in West Lev in 23 minutes. With no traffic.
Yes.
The agenda that talks about discussing the survey. We're not talking.
Do you have any further questions? No, it's probably any questions on this subject.
On an impact study on how it will affect the community and its residents, whether it be utilities, property taxes, whether it be environmental.
We don't have anything in our rules that allows us to do an impact study.
And maybe we do. We came here, there were 588 people, you made 600. You know, I know it's a small town, but I think it's a town that needs to know what's going around. We've got $1,000 in housing. I'm sorry. I think it would drive
So you're not allowed other people who are in the town to build a house?
out of the town.
So what you're saying is someone that already lives in town, wants to build a home in town because they like this town, they're not allowed to?
No, not saying.
Then how do you know that's not what happens?
So the.
Yeah, or just they already lives in town. Right. But if this person still lives here, and I got kicked out of my home, so I'm building a home, it's in this town, I'm not asking that person, I'm just moving.
Maybe we have a impact study into the amount of plots being subdivided.
Yeah.
Start an impact study, and we don't know that because we
Right.
don't have one.
And I agree that needs to be done eventually, for now.
It seems like a
Alright. So.
All right,
that's
so-
a good question, and what we're looking for the board to discuss.
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
I second.
Next motion is to conclude.
Getting back to the
Mr. Croydon.
I make a motion to approve the James P. Morgan Revocable Trust subdivision plan as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Get the magic pen. So you sign as the chairman. With the, here, you sign the line. You sign it as the chair.
And these are on another procedure that we at what point?
Yes.
At what point in time did we We tell them what we need and the person who's. I think they can explore that's my belief.
So they could.
And then that leads to impact.
You got two extra?
You go over here.
the.
Kind of long.
Alright, how many copies do I get? How many does he get?
I think we go with more than we need.
Yeah, we need one for our, one for us.
This goes to the revocable trust. We got our text in this week.
Oh, do we sign it, Joe?
I'm getting ahead of the motion that is good.
You get a check.
Was that one done? That's a major
That's a major subdivision.
It's in the Bible.
It is in the budget. Yeah.
Yes. It was just part of the area.
This one's signed too, or is this one right? That's a sign.
Her lot.
375.
We have to do two.
All right, next on the agenda is to review test results. Oh yeah, send it back over.
Here you go.
Next on the agenda is the review of the test results, survey test results. Now, did you guys see what, you guys what Vicky sent?
I only saw her comment on question 11.
I did not see any of that. So we have another time to.
Okay. So let's, I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna go through each one of these. So
How
this
many
did,
responses did we get back?
so right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 24. I think she gave them all out.
No, they didn't go out. 5 to 6. They didn't go out. And some people look at it and say, "Why didn't you say that?"
To do the survey.
Well, but they're confident, we don't want to change it.
Right. So this person says each person or each household getting them? And
Each person.
A question about distribution.
question about distribution, qualities?
How many surveys do we get back on?
5.
And how many
So
did we
was
send?
What was
No,
that?
we handed out 20, well, we gave Roxanne 24 comments, I think, right?
Yeah. Was the comment simply just a question on who's getting these, or did they have like an opinion on what it is? Each person or each household getting a question.
Okay, so there were multiple, any more come in?
Surveys. I sent everything I had to Larry this morning.
Okay. So each person or each household get one.
And I did.
And then nothing on 3, nothing on 4, on 5.
Wait, whoa, go back. My comment earlier, question 1. We want the ages to follow the general delineations of Gen Z, Gen X, and baby boomers and that kind of stuff. I mean,
I feel like the generational thing is less important than
Okay.
just keeping it.
I mean, it just seems like a lot of categories.
Well, I mean, maybe we can skinny down the categories. These were the ones that were pretty much in all the other example surveys.
Well, this just skinnies down after that. I mean, these just covers the same range. And then just you can say.
And I guess what-
If somebody asks you, why did you come up with 97 to 2002, and you say that's Gen Z, and why did you come up with 81 to 96, that's millennials, right?
Right. I guess the question is, what are we looking to get out of that question? Just,
Well, you got young people, middle people, and old
okay,
people.
so maybe this is too many.
Yeah, I don't know if people want to answer this way.
Okay.
It's
Well,
easier
no,
for
no,
us to-
I wouldn't put Gen Z on there, I would just put the age.
Oh, that age bracket, that age
I
bracket.
would just put that on there for our.
Oh, I got you,
generation.
I got you, I got you, I got you.
So the categories would be 18 to 27, 28 to 43, 44 to 59, 60, 69, 70.
Yeah, I'm fine with going with that. And reducing the list.
You go from 7 to 5.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll map them out after that.
But no, I just put this together just so you get some idea of why they like it.
All right, so then this person, in question number 5, they checked modular homes and mobile manufactured homes. And the question was, does mobile manufactured homes mean trailer parks?
Yeah.
I knew there was gonna be confusion.
And does modular homes mean housing developments, like multifamily or apartments or whatever?
I think we should define it.
So, modular homes are put together in a factory and then placed on a foundation.
Which is mine.
Yeah, like your home.
Which doesn't necessarily mean.
Right, it's a single
development.
family.
It's a single family home.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just honestly.
Single family modular home. And then,
And
Can we-
they actually, the respondent says, aren't these the same as a single family home otherwise?
yes.
So, yes.
Factory residence development, this, we're on. Okay.
Can we group them? I mean, can you lump some of these together so it's not so?
Well,
You could put together single family homes, modular homes, and mobile manufactured homes. The problem is that if somebody doesn't want mobile homes or modular homes, they're not gonna be able to check that box.
Can you group modular and mobile manufactured or just two?
but the modular, I would suggest you put in brackets trailers so people know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea.
No, modular.
Put back, just put in brackets.
No, mobile and manufactured are the trailers.
All right, so let's put that in
What?
parentheses.
Yeah, put that in parentheses.
Oh, modular homes, right, okay, yeah.
You could also,
Okay, and then what do you consider?
you could word it with a steel frame. Mobile manufactured house on a steel frame or a modular home that's not.
Yeah, they're on a frame on wheels.
That's true.
So what's the layman descriptor for modular home?
Why couldn't modular homes? get
Modular.
rid of just call them single family houses?
There's
What
really,
they are.
it's
Who they okay
it's prefabricated, yeah.
Wait, we're going, you know, why don't we just get rid of, modular homes altogether? Here's where they come in 5 pieces, I think there's a single family home. What difference does it make how they
Once it's put together, it looks.
Well, once it's done, you're not gonna
Yeah,
know
whether
whether
it's
it's
stick
stick
built
built
or not.
Well, it is stick built, but it's not stick built on site.
And then brought on
So,
site.
but there's, so what difference does it make?
Let's just strike modular and.
Yeah.
Strike block. There we go. All right, now we're down to 6. All right, and then, number 7, are you in favor of the town of Croydon purchasing land for the purposes of conservation and passive recreation? This respondent didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, I spoke to a number of people, nobody knows that. Whereas, you go down to 8, and you have all of these things, lines you're gonna be able to collect, so you're basically defining what.
So, maybe we should word the question as, should the town of Croydon purchase land to reserve as opposed to allowing development to be taken place on the land, which is called conservation,
Yeah,
so that we can.
then it's very clear.
Yeah.
I'm more inclined to do that myself.
Yeah, let's do that.
So we'll rephrase it. So purchasing land for the purpose of conservation.
Should the town purchase land for the purposes of restricting development
Right.
and holding on to valuable land resources
Preservation and conservation.
and for the purposes of conservation?
And they can be guilty.
Yeah.
And then also then purchase land for recreation purposes, and list all.
We have that in another question.
So now, I'm going to where they made notes. Number 11, in favor of regulating development in the following areas, select all that apply. Floodplains, wetlands, stream belts, and ledgy areas. 2 questions, yes or no? I'm confused. They were confused on the answer, yes or no, or what?
Well, I don't think they realize that they're gonna have a box to check. There's something about.
Well, we're asking them to select what they want, what they feel they need to regulate. And I think this person is looking for more of a yes or no type answer.
Is it number 9?
Number 11.
Oh, 11. Oh, 11 is the one that Vicky said that there's already state rules around this. It's just, I thought she was kind of saying, why are you even asking this question?
Because if we make stricter rules, then our rules apply. So we can look at what the state has, which might be, oh, you have to be 30 feet off of the wetlands, and if we create an ordinance that says you have to be 50 or 75 feet from the wetlands, or if we adopt a prime wetlands ordinance, or if we say the steep slopes, which are not any kind of a state ordinance, but we say that it's a steep slope and it has sandy soil, or, so it's creating a stricter ordinance. That's what that question was trying to
Maybe there should be
determine.
a fifth choice that's like no opinion or something to that effect.
Maybe. I like no opinion. And the reason it's there is that it was in the original.
It was in the original one.
Yeah, I didn't have a strong opinion on this one myself.
I didn't either.
It's difficult to put a septic system into a lot. That's all ledge and straight downhill.
Now, don't we already have zoning ordinances that would cover that now in a place? I mean, if someone came to the select board with a building permit and it was, you know, they would test it, wouldn't test it, whatever, you would deny it, correct?
No, because the state does the septic. So if they could find a little place that would perk, then they'd be fine. I'm just, you know, if it failed, it would run downhill very fast.
So if they answer yes to any of these four options, it doesn't really tell us if they think that we should be putting in things that are more strict than the state. So I'm just wondering what extra information are we getting from this question?
We're not. Somehow that question, we went round and round on this question on how we could make it so that they would understand, while there are regulations already in place, do they want to target specific areas, or do they want to make it a little more critical for us? Because every town is different. Where are the more delicate areas in Croydon? Do we want to preserve our wetlands? Do we want to preserve our steep slopes? Do we want to preserve our farmlands? What is it specifically that we wanted to really look at?
But there are wetland regulations, currently state regulations.
That's what Vicky was saying. This is the only question she was on this. I was surprised.
Yeah, and we can be part of the FEMA floodlands. I think we all said that was a little bit too much.
Yes.
You want to eliminate the question?
Yes. You know, if there are already regulations in place, then I guess couldn't you have a warrant item for the select board to say that we want to change these regulations to make them more stringent or whatever reason? But as Aaron said, what information are we getting? Useful.
Yeah, I would be fine with taking them out.
I have no suggestion.
What did we get on the original survey? What
Uh,
did it say on the original survey?
On the original survey, we had, this was floodplains 50 to 15, and 8 uncertains, 45 to 18, 8 uncertains for wetlands, stream belts 44 to 15 with 7 uncertains. Ledging areas 30 to 20 and 12 uncertains. Steep slopes 34, 24, 11. Inaccessible, that was for inaccessible areas.
Well, I wonder, are there state regulations back then? Do you know?
Back in the 1980s, no. I don't know what they were back then.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Hey, Melissa?
Yeah.
I just emailed you something. Could you print that out? It's the Goshen survey. Yeah, I sent it.
Oh, I've got that open on my screen too, if we want to.
Yeah, but it's not printed, right?
No.
So can I give it to you?
Let me see if there was any questions on there about that.
There's no send button.
So they had questions like,
What was Vicky's comment on that?
her comment was basically the state already has something for this. Let me pull up her email. I think that seems to be where we're leaning.
Jamie, do you agree?
Just so we have all the information, the Goshen one has like a question. It says ordinances are necessary for a well-functioning town. How do you feel about the following types of ordinances? And it does include wetlands, watersheds, shoreline ordinances. That's the only reference that they have to something like this in there. So Vicky says,
Do we anticipate a problem, given the state regulation, do we anticipate a problem?
so she says the survey looks fine if it covers what the planning board thinks is important. Though, number 11 seems to cover areas already restricted from development by state and federal rules.
Page 17. Okay, we need a motion to do that?
Yeah. And I'm tracking the changes so we can see.
Okay, so 17 is. Where else are we, James?
11, was it that was 11?
11 says,
No, get rid of 11.
okay, get rid of 11, and now we're on 13, and it, basically, you're in favor of the town of Croydon spending more tax money on improving roads, and the person that I guess is, if yes, what would you like to see the money spent? She highlighted culverts and drainage, and she goes, needs, shouldn't be a question, or else we won't have any roads left.
Well, I guess that they would circle them home.
Oh, I know, it's in the draft, it defaults to a different email.
What was the response that she said?
That they need culverts and drainage, because you shouldn't have it on there, because if you don't have culverts and drainage when you pave the roads, then you won't have any roads left.
But I think what the intent of this question is like, what should we do that's above and beyond what we're currently doing? Right? I mean, I wonder if we can capture that somehow better in the question.
Well, I think it's, as you said, somehow at the end of the question, that we're not doing currently, right?
It says, are you in favor of the town spending more tax money than we are currently spending?
Wow.
Not yet.
Okay, so this person, who happens to be in the 55 to 64-year-old range, is a resident owner, has lived here for 5 to 10 years, feels that Croydon is an attractive place to live because it's a rural setting, has access to employment opportunities and low taxes. Would not like to see Croydon's population grow in the future, but realizes realistically that it will. That was a note that they put in. And in the residential development, would like to see only single-family homes for development. For number 6, commercial development, yes, they would like to see it. They would like to see small home-based businesses, retail shops, restaurants, manufacturing, and business offices. The note says commercial property costs the town less per year than residential. Okay. And are you in favor of the Croydon 7, conservation, understood conservation and passive recreation? He said yes. And are you in favor of the town of Croydon purchasing land for the purpose of active recreation? And they said yes. They didn't care what kind of activities, just that we should.
Are we going to go through every one of these? Or?
Huh? They wrote notes, so, do you think the town of Croydon 9 for the zoning ordinances, it says, also consider impervious area versus open regulations, i.e. runoff from too much parking lot or too much roof area. Impervious surface, yeah.
That's pretty good.
And then, how about different land uses? Yes, how about a commercial strip along Route 10, which could allow 1/2 acre lots for commercial use only?
We should have them in the fire station.
And they favor regulating the development on floodplains, wetlands, and stream belts. They would like to move the transfer station away from the water. They would like to to see a new highway garage and broadband and internet. And they would like to see the town of Croydon spend more money on the roads, anything that is needed to improve the roads. Kind of like fix my roads and leave me alone.
That's good though.
I know some land that probably donated for that.
But let's get back to the wording of 13. Could the question be, are there additional actions the town could take to upgrade the roads of Croydon?
Yeah, raise taxes.
Well, of course, the answer is yes.
But,
Well, no, I mean, this,
maybe you could. Then, so you go yes or no. Yes, and then if yes, then you go
what are you
more paved roads, or more culverts, more drainage, other.
what is that? Is that a survey that's?
13. If we're working in.
No, I know that, but that wasn't a lot. This one here is most roads have been kept up pretty well and they're fine.
I think this could be easily solved by just saying, spending more money, tax money than we currently are on improving roads. Right, that was the only confusion.
Okay. And not specify what the specifics would be?
Well, no, you can leave that,
Oh, okay.
but I think that this person was saying.
Oh, I see, spend more, okay, or spend more money, yes, and if yes, then.
Or we say, no, comma, what we're spending currently is sufficient. You know, we'll qualify.
We're gonna finish this and then we'll look at those real quick.
So, Jim, the other thing I was just saying to do is instead of just saying yes or no, it could be, yes, we should be spending more than we currently are. No, what we're spending now
Is enough.
Yeah, just so there's no.
Yes. I think that would be a very good.
End of question.
And you know what, maybe you wanna add a third thing, we should spend less. You know? Alright, so this person, 65 to 74, resident owner, she's lived here 21 to 30 years. Why they live here, they circle all of them. Population growing, no. Would you like to see commercial development? Depends on what it is. Creek havers and patents are awesome. Doesn't know what conservation and passive recreation are. We're in town purchasing land, explain why I don't understand for four-wheelers for hunting. So purchasing land for active recreation, just four-wheelers hunting. That was a big thing. You think Croydon should adopt zoning ordinances based on soil? Number 9, she goes, do you mean wetlands? You feel land uses, farming, should have different minimum lot sizes? No. You favor regulated development, farming areas, floodplains and wetlands? Yes. What types of services or facilities would you like to see developed in the town? None. And are you in favor of?
Should we add a choice that explicitly states non?
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to just skip
That's a
as much.
choice.
and-
That's a choice.
That's a choice. Most roads have been kept up and are fine. And this guy, 75 plus, resident owner. A lot of stuff here. 21 to 30 years old, setting low taxes. Age depends whether it's a purchaser or a renter. Doesn't want to see the population grow unless it's purchasers or renters. Single family homes, no to multi-family homes, no to apartment buildings. Commercial development, maybe. None of the commercial development we suggested they want. Oh, generally, most people are not. Are you in favor of the town of Croydon purchasing land for conservation? No. Property taxes are high enough. Number 9 is a question mark. Number 10 is yes and no. Check both. 11.
Unfortunately, you can't really talk about it.
Zoning is already done for floodplains, wetlands, and streams. What type of services that you want? Broadband internet. Everything else was no. And the new school is no. Just so that you know, it's no.
So it's not a double negative.
No.
It's a triple negative.
No. It's a quad.
Free rate from last
it's not.
I have a question.
Yeah, we got a name and a number on that one.
Okay, so maybe what I heard in all that, there was some feedback in one of those on like was it the wetlands? No, not that one. Somebody had some good suggestions. I wasn't trying to find it.
And then this one,
It's getting
I have reviewed all the questions through there, are well written and easy to understand. I do not have any recommendations for changes to the questions.
Keep that.
Aaron, that's somebody gave Aaron an answer.
All right, so what is it about Goshen you want?
So Goshen, I just wanted to go through their questions and see if there's anything else there. They got pretty much the same, they're asking whether they're owners or renters.
We asked that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did? Okay. Yep, residential renter, non-residential owner. How many years they've lived here, age ranges in your household.
I did notice on one of the
But
other,
that doesn't give you a count, because it tells you.
So here's a good one that we don't have in our survey that maybe we want, which is number 7. What are the biggest challenges adversely affecting quality of life?
So you notice that it's the same thing as number 6. Number 6 is what do you value most about the town? And then number 7 is the same thing, what are the biggest challenges?
I think adding those two things would be,
And you can select at least 2, but no more than 5.
so basically you're trying to match where the greatest need is, like where's the disparity between.
yeah, where's the greatest asset, what's the greatest liability?
And it's the exact same thing, it's just, what do you think you like and what do you think is the worst?
And I actually like all of that.
There is overlap with our number 4, so we'd probably be merging.
Yeah, exactly.
So we get rid of our number 4.
Get rid of our number 4 and go with 6 and 7, which puts us back at 13 questions so far.
Yeah.
Look at number 10, zoning guidelines, and maybe that's what we should be doing instead
That's actually really good.
of, I like that.
Yeah, so let's substitute number 10, Aaron, and change our zoning questions in
Can
number
we,
10.
just before we go there, are we gonna put the entire list that's on 6 and 7?
Yeah,
I think they're all pretty good. I'm gonna feel though.
In their entirety.
They're all applicable to us? I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that may not apply is village vibrancy, but I think we should leave that, because we still have town hall, constant, museum. It's still a vibe.
Hey, it's a vibe.
Come on. So number 9 is what I'm suggesting we
No,
replace with number
10.
10. On
Oh,
our number
our
9, we replace with
yeah.
Goshen's number 10.
And it even has modified the current zoning districts to allow increased development along Route 10 in the village.
Yep. And there's a couple of things you have to change on the 10. Take the word Goshen out.
Well, there are, like, the first bullet point, focus new development in certain districts, might be sort of redundant with the question you already asked on, do you favor new development?
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe that one comes out. Same with that second point.
Yep. But protect the butters' community rights, encourage development throughout, protect rural nature, modifying current zoning districts, to discourage development. Most modified districts to encourage development. That's not bad.
Protect the rural nature of the town.
So maybe we just take the ones that are out there about, specifically about development, like the first, second, third, and then leave the other ones that are more.
I think so. I think so. And then Larry might like to ask number 11. Where did we went to that?
Yes, he did.
Um,
We can't, they don't, there's no way we're going to be able to control short-term rentals. So I don't know how we're going to control that.
Right.
Well, in the sake of capitalism, I'm not going to tell you how to control
No, you know.
Pass an ordinance and say that, no short-term rentals are allowed. 30 days or 7 days.
And who's gonna enforce
No.
Right.
But there is a way to. There's a way to. The chief's gonna police it. He's chief cook and bottle washer.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, there's gonna be an open response question too. I'm
I
sure.
kind of have a question. What's the purpose of short-term rent? I mean, who cares?
Well, a lot
Concerned
of
about
people don't like it because sometimes what happens with Airbnbs is people will have big house parties and
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
That's short.
pretty much what the biggest
Yeah,
complaint
short-term
is.
rentals.
It's what the biggest complaint is.
Yes. If you rent out your home for 6 months and to a year, most of the time, the renters are there and they're living there, so they're taking good care of the property. Then you
Right, so
have-
this is more pertaining to Airbnb.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
somebody
okay,
comes in and
that
they're
makes sense.
renting it for a weekend. They're gonna have a big party, and if
Right.
you do it over and over and over again, the abutters get upset about it.
Which I get, but you're right.
I'm moving to Goshen. Yeah, they're business questions. It's like, this is really good. Mixed use developments. Are you against neutral or support? This is number 13. Light industry, heavy industry, retail grocery stores, professional office, and retail therapeutic cannabis dispensaries.
Oh, so maybe.
Are you kidding me? Currently, the state of New Hampshire, only therapeutic cannabis dispensaries are permitted similar to medical offices, and they're located in Keene, Lebanon, and other towns across the country. How do you feel? Across the state. Restaurants, sit down. Whew. Put that on there. This is going to be a episode.
Do we want to change any of the ones that are on our list based on that?
I don't think we need to get into that.
No,
For business.
I kind of like how simple that is.
Well, I do too. But I did like the, oh,
Housing,
where's housing?
right under business.
Bottom of page 5.
Good question, go on.
Yeah, so
It's similar to what we have. They list a few more.
A lot more pages.
No, the housing stuff, it's similar questions.
Although they do define stuff.
Right, they define stuff.
So here's all the housing, single family homes, accessory dwelling units, duplex, triplex, small multifamily, apartment complexes. We have the manufactured homes on a single lot, and then mobile home parks, affordable housing, of course, tiny homes.
I like the way that's written out.
the categorization.
Yeah.
14.
So
Manufactured homes on single lots, basically.
Yeah.
So,
single family homes, ADUs.
so that's to replace our number 5?
I think we're just updating our list.
I think just update all this.
All right, so which ones do you want to add?
I think the manufactured homes one, manufactured homes with single lots,
Okay.
will allow people to understand that it's a single lot.
On single lots, gotcha.
So we did not even include ADUs in our number 5.
No, because we're just gonna bring it up, we're gonna go with the ADU versus.
Oh, I see, okay.
However, the last page, page 8 and 11, this we don't have, and these actually, I think is pretty cool.
Community service.
We did have one.
We do.
Where?
Yeah, it's the transfer station and broadband.
Town services.
It's number 12.
Number 12.
Yeah, but I like the way that they did it.
Oh, it's rate the service.
Correct.
What's it?
It says, please
Please
rate the
rate
following
the services.
services.
You're talking like one of those matrix.
Just like that. Like that. I mean, that's cool. Because I think that, I mean, obviously not for the police, and obviously not for the library, but we could put the museum, you could put town hall, right? We could put the fire department, transfer station, we could put.
So there's
What?
one this way.
Well, this question is right, because
community thinks of our services, school.
So this is a new question.
Yes.
Oh, in addition to,
Yeah, so tell us what else do you want, and this main one is, what are we doing well?
How do you rate?
oh, okay, yeah, okay, please rate the following current services in.
Yeah. But I think you should put education. Is that
Sure,
what
maybe
you-
some of the other ones too.
That would get your education push.
Okay, so let's have the ones we're gonna add. So, fire department.
Yep.
We don't have police, so can I rate that? No. We don't have a rec department,
No.
transfer station.
Transfer station.
Warfare,
We
Town hall.
do have, well.
Who's questioning that?
These are ones that.
Oh,
Trying to-
gotcha. Town hall, or town office.
Town office.
Road.
Highway garage, or highway.
Highway department. Yeah.
road quality. I think you need some of the comments is broadband.
Cellular coverage. Internet coverage. For internet availability. Internet quality. Internet availability. I'll see. Was there another? Oh,
Is doing something to upgrade our internet service or not?
village school specifically, or just school?
School.
Croydon School.
Croydon.
Croydon Village School, yeah, okay.
Okay, yes. When do you want to do the survey release date? Now that we have the survey complete. When would you like to release it, and when would you like to have the pancake breakfast? Although we've had about 600 pancake breakfasts, and I don't think it's something else.
Let's do waffle.
Waffle breakfast? But then you have to go to
I'll be buying bonds and bacon.
So, can I ask, when you guys were thinking of doing this, and is it the town doing it?
Yeah, so we were gonna ask you how we would facilitate such a thing, and if there's a fee we charge to do that, and we wanted to hold some sort of a gathering for the public to come down and fill out the survey and kind of have a community day. But do you guys have anything going on that we could piggyback into? Not Saturdays.
Well, nothing this weekend, it's pretty booked. Are you thinking, like, soon or springtime?
The concept was that if there were already events happening, it would be a captive audience we could join in and, you know, rather than trying to pull people just for our, and
Right.
you might get more participation.
Right.
So, right,
What's the thing with the fire?
That's this Saturday.
That's us, we're just doing the end of the year chicken barbecue.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna do fireworks, so if you notice, nothing happened on 4th of July this year. Are we being recorded? So I mentioned it to a couple of selectmen that we were not gonna continue doing what we were doing because it's a lot of work. And I know the town had mentioned they used to do the thing up at Camp Constant. And I said, well, why don't you guys start putting a group together and start doing a 4th of July celebration, get a bunch of people that can work on it, we'll be more than happy to host it. But I'm gonna come out and say, a lot of people have an issue with the fire department because we have millions of dollars and we don't need any money, but they don't understand how we operate. Well, I got tired of spending thousands of dollars to put these events on with no help. So to me, it's time for the town, as the select board and everything, to step up. And if they want to do an event like this, why don't they start putting something together and take over, you know, doing a July 4th event? If you want to make it all day or half a day or whatever, like I said, we don't mind hosting it, we don't mind participating in it, but it was getting a lot for us to do ourselves.
I think we're looking at
So we were looking at doing something in October, because we have to get the survey done, so we can pick off the rest of the grant.
So right now, we don't personally have anything planned in October.
Early November?
We could,
When's your next plan then? That would be easier.
well, I really don't.
Yeah, there's a veteran.
But I what I could do is look at the schedule to see what October looks like, what's rented now for the holiday stuff. And we could do like another open house. So if you guys want to do a pancake waffle breakfast or whatever, and we'll do an open house also, like, in the fire station, so we can show people the trucks and stuff. That grew a decent crowd. And, you know, maybe that would help. Someone bring them in for breakfast and then check out the station, ask me questions and stuff like that.
Does the Historical Society use the fire hall for the veterans?
Yes.
Are they going to be doing the veterans dinner?
November, yes, but all they do is prep it in the kitchen. It's not a sit-down thing.
Oh, I thought it used to be a sit-down thing, the
Nope.
kids doing color maps and
No,
stuff.
they don't do it anymore. You pull up and grab your dinner and you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Alright, I was, that might-
You do have, if you want to push it to December, November.
So we would create our own
I'm
event.
trying to think of when the church does their.
We'd have to set up.
So when the church is what?
Oh, their crafts here, they take up the whole hall, they don't have any place for anybody to sit.
I think if you did an open house and we tandem to that, and we took
Yeah.
care of, we have the money in our budget to do this, so we could take care of the positive food.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we did that early November, the first week of November to get the survey out.
The survey will be out, right?
Well, we can be
won't have
timing
the
this.
survey, won't we have to result the
Why don't we
survey
do-
before we have the meeting?
Why don't we do a touch a truck type thing, and do a Halloween,
Halloween.
do a Halloween.
So we've done a parking lot, trunk or treat,
Trunk or treat.
and if you want to do touch a truck would be great, I'm sure we could get Pat's to bring over a tow truck and a dump truck, I'm sure you could Creepers bring their pump truck. You know, we would have our fire trucks, by the Grantham would bring a fire truck over. Get highway bring
We get
over.
the kids and the families.
Yeah, the highway bring over a truck and
Can we get a helicopter on
Bring yours.
we could, I could turn the day, yes.
there?
If they're available.
Get a Saturday,
Yeah.
Saturday, late morning.
Yeah, they love to do events like that, but he better video of course. You know.
Just to clarify, this will be, we'll be giving them the survey at this event, right, to try to.
Oh, I thought we were gonna have defensive surveys out by then, and then
I think we're gonna do both.
I'm gonna get everybody, and not have them do the doubles.
Well, we're gonna code them with that.
Well, I was able to produce labels for the school to send out their thing, and I just used the taxpayer information.
So let me pass some ideas around with the chief and come back to the board at our next meeting. We're trying to mention, and we'll have confirmation from Vicky. I think she's gonna be fine, but I will have that confirmation tomorrow, when I reach out to her.
I like that idea because we're gonna pull more family members. And we won't get a lot of the family if we just do a breakfast.
Right.
We'll get a few, but we won't get as many, and I think we wanna target the family. We'll get a lot of other people in the mailing, but that will get an audience that won't have the time to put things out.
As long as you can them out, I guess, and say they can.
Yeah, well, that's kind of be the theme of the, you know, your kids get to go play, and parents, if you could just, you know.
If you haven't done it already.
Yeah,
If
fill
you
this
haven't done it already,
out.
just fill this out. There are 14 questions, 15 questions, something like that.
Yeah.
Follow them around the trucks and, you know, fill this out quickly.
I think if we're gonna serialize them, if we wanna go for that, level of control, we'll have to give it out at the event. And then do the mailing after the event, I think that would last.
Right.
Because otherwise we get too.
Yeah, that's what that's why I wanted to do it mid-October, because we could do the event and then mail them next following Monday. Do that on Saturday and then mail it to the entire town.
Oh, okay, so it won't be Halloween.
Yeah, I think that's, I think the truck thing would be a really good idea.
Make
Right
it
around
like a
Halloween.
fall-
Yeah, be a fall
event.
All right, so then we're looking at end of October. I'll nail something down for the chief. That takes care of the discussion at that. Roadways under new business, I put that there because I didn't know if anybody wanted to discuss the fact that we need to get our roads.
Can we pen it to next meeting?
Yes.
I make a motion to pen roadways until the next meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That will be on the agenda next meeting.
the public want to speak tonight? Okay.
Hope they were too slow.
All right. I used to do it faster than there. Like anybody for public forum? Okay, let's go. Entertain a motion to adjourn?
No, I will, that's,
I will